Hi, I'm Willie and thanks for coming back to my channel. Right now we're going to talk a little bit about RF elements. And what I've got is I have the twist port adapter, and this twist port adapter is for the Ubiquiti Rocket AC. I also have the symmetrical horn, and this is SHTP 5-40. And we are going to set this guy up. I'm going to show you how to do that, how easy this is, how easy RF Elements makes it. But before we get into that, let's talk for just a minute about RF Elements and what it is they do. So RF Elements, they design RF stuff, most notably their antennas, right? So if you've ever been out and you've seen the horns, let's see. So this is the horn right here. Let's bring this up and I'll show you real quick. So you can see, their design, you can look at one of these and know, just like a lot of us can look and see a Ubiquiti antenna and we know what it is. If you've ever seen this now, you're going to be out looking at antennas and you're going to see these and you're going to know right away that's RF Elements. Well, they also have the twist port adapter, and I'm going to show you why I really like the twist port adapter. Now, it is important to note that they work with more manufacturers than just Ubiquiti. They work with Ubiquiti, Microtik, Cambium. They also make what they sent me, the SHTP 5-40. It's a point to multi-point antenna, which is why we are going to use the Ubiquiti Rocket AC. Yeah, so they are compatible with Ubiquiti, Microtik, Cambium, Mimosa, and LigoWave. So check them out. It's what's really nice about, and you can come out here and you can look at everything they do and get some really good technical explanations. Kind of the high overviews, you get a really tight wave beam, and you can stack these, and they're really efficient. And I'm going to show you why I really like the twist port adapter. We're going to come over here to the workbench, and we're going to set this guy up, and then I'm going to explain what I'm doing along the way. Okay, so the model of symmetrical horn that I have is the SHTP 5-40. And in the box you get a quick guide that tells you how to install it. You get a bag of bolts and a set screw. Now we're going to be using the shorter of the bolts. It also comes with longer ones, so depending on the size of the material that you have. So this is a longer one, we're using the shorter ones. And every time I've tried to do this video, the weather has not cooperated. So what I've done was I've got right here, I've got a 1-inch piece of black pipe with a floor flange and a cap on the top, and we're going to go ahead and mount it to this guy. And it's probably going to look a lot harder than what it really is because I'm trying to get the angles right on camera. So we're going to go ahead and mount this. Now, one thing worth noting is when you take it out of the box, you're going to see right here where it says this side down. Make sure this side is down because that's the water drain hole, and you probably have to worry about some of the polarization. And out of the box, this is set up to mount on the left-hand side of the pole. So that's how we're going to do it. Now, it's probably going to look a little strange because I'm trying to get it on camera. I also have here, I'm using a 1/2-inch wrench. I'm using the star side. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get this mounted real quick. So up on a pole or up on a tower where a guy's not trying to, be worried about a camera, could probably get this done really easily. Bring it up here. So we tighten those two. Then when you take a look, move this a little bit. Okay, so here's the rear end of the business here. In here you have three bolts. Up here there are two. So this is going to be your up tilt, your down tilt, your left to right, your horizontal, your vertical alignment. So you could kind of eye it, you know, at this point. You know, make your alignments, get this the way you want it, and then come in here and tighten these, you know, lock this guy down a little bit. So then the next part that you got to deal with is the actual, so we've got our Rocket AC. This is meant for point-to-point, multi-point applications. And then we have the twist port adapter. Now, if you go by the quick start guide for the antenna, the symmetrical horn, it actually has you put the twist port adapter on. But then, if you go with the quick start guide for the twist port adapter, it tells you to put the radio in first. So we're going to take this guy out, and we are going to put the radio in. So we're going to just hold this button. Oh, by the way, you can see up in the inside, that's where your connectors are. Completely hidden away from the weather, and I'll show you that in a minute. But we're going to take this, push this button, and that's it. This is ready to rock at this point. You can see, too, they've got these seals. This thing is going to make a really nice weather-tight seal when it's mated up with the back of the symmetrical horn. So we're going to come with the symmetrical horn at an angle, and you can actually see that this is keyed. I don't know if you can see it on the camera or not, but this is keyed here and it's keyed over here. So you come at it like this, and then that's it. You hear that little click? It's done. Now what you do is you put the power to your AC rocket and you do an actual alignment. So, you know, and it's all going to depend too. You get such a tight, you know, waveform coming out of these that you can stack these. So you could have, you know, one here pointing this way, one below it pointing, you know, back. So I really like this design. Now, it's not to say that I don't like other designs too, but one advantage that RF Elements, you know, one advantage they create for the operator is this twist port adapter is not this. It is not, you know, the RP SMA. Now, if you're, you know, in an environment like where I'm at, you know, and you get a little bit of water in one of these and then it freezes, it could be a bad day. It could be a bad day. So, you know, you don't have any wiring besides what should be outdoor rated cable, you know, come into the Rocket AC. So you eliminate this. And I mean, here's another brand of antenna. So here's part of the bracket. Here's another part of the bracket. Here's the part where the radio mounts and the antenna mounts. And then here's the antenna, you know, itself. And everything, all the radio connections, you know, are exposed. So I really like this. I think that RF Elements is really onto something here. And go over to their website, check it out. You know, these things are pretty inexpensive for what you're getting. So if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Please put any questions you have down in the comments, and if I can't answer the question, we'll get you over to the RF Elements guys. They'll take care of it. So I want to thank you for coming by to see the symmetrical horn, and we will see you in the next video.